Thanks, Antonio. I'm really thrilled to be here today. And the best regards, first of all, before forgetting anyway, from Luciano and Luca from Barolo, directly from Barolo. But anyway, yes, talking about Le Vigne. You know that we don't have a long story in winemaking, as my dad, the son of, from a family of carpenters, so he had really nothing to do with wine, and he was able to work for an important brand, anyway, an important winery as a cellar master for over 20 years. And right in 1977, he was able to get, by a chance, his first plot in one of the most historical sites, Canubi. I'm talking about Canubi Hill site, Bosques sub-region. So that was the single vineyard that he started to make in 1978. But let me say that, honestly, in his heart, always had, Le Vigne. Le Vigne is the name of this wine. Actually, the concept was really to make a Barolo reflecting the territory and being able to express in the glass really it is a magical land of Barolo district. So as I said, anyway, he started from scratch, so he had really meticulously to go around to look for the best plots in order to be able to express himself in the best way. So he started actually in Barolo with Le Coste, where actually, in the end, we found his a particular clone for Barolo Vitetalin. That's happened in 1990, and the total production was just 2,000 bottles, and was really one of the first Barolo that we were able to export here in the United States.
Do you have any left of the 90?
I'm sorry?
Do you have any left?
Yes.
You do?
How much? Yes.
That is
how much I will never tell you.
It's an extraordinary. It's an extraordinary wine. I've only had it like once or twice, but it's really great.
Yeah.
1990.
Only 2,000 bottles anyway, straight to US. Amazing. So, and then 2 years later, we were able to add Vignane in Barolo. And then we move up to Novello, Cerviano, Merli, and later on, actually, Monforte. I have to say that 3 years, the blend has changed a little bit, as in 2010, we were able to acquire an important vineyard in Serrunga d'Alba, actually Baudana, and then the year after, 2011, Villero in Castiglione Falletto. So the aim is, as I said anyway, to really let the territory talk into the glass. So it's a very interesting how can I say, lineup of vineyards going through a diagonal way of Barolo district, so from east to the southwest. I have to say, honestly, that more or less the composition of the soil is quite similar, but what is different is the elevation. So, which means quite a lot to us, as it takes always a while to get ready. We normally start around the middle of October, picking the grapes, end of October, sometimes beginning of November, like in the old days. And, well, of course, talking about 2017 was slightly a little bit different, as also my colleagues already explained you. Was a quite controversial vintage because we had frost at the beginning of the year, anyway, in the springtime, and then a heat wave, actually, during the summer. So I have to say that we have learned a lot talking about the vintage 03, as at that time, honestly, we got a little bit lost as we really didn't know how to manage heat. So I remember that we reduced the size of bunches, the left and right ears and the cone. But in 2017, actually, we wanted to do something completely different. And we left so much, in a way, leaves, or in a way, we removed the leaves really just before picking the grapes. That's for two reasons, anyway, because 3 years we understood how important leaves are, anyway, for the vines, and especially in these dramatic weather conditions. And plus, we wanted to have the leaves covering the bunches like natural umbrellas in order to avoid sunburns. As you know how sensitive Nebbiolo is to heat, to the sun, so in order to maintain freshness and also color, we decided to go this through technique. As Giuseppe said, we had amazing, anyway, healthy grapes, as of course, you know, no vine disease with such high temperature and dry weather. In the end, we finished picking the grapes, was mid of October, so I won't say, I won't say so early. Because we try to tend always to wait a little bit longer than usual in a way to pick the grapes and to get the very best. And we went through a very normal, can I say, vinification process in a way. 2 weeks of maceration, and then we normally do 2 years in oak, 2 years in bottle before releasing time. And the oak for us is only Tonneau 500 liters, 20-25% of new oak.